What's up everyone, it's Tony here and welcome back to the Yacht Addiction YouTube channel. The super yacht in front of us is a 141-foot custom trideck super yacht first delivered in 2012. It's had a refit in 2018 and this yacht is listed for sale by Roy C. at IYC. So I'm going to give you a quick shot of the front of this super yacht. You'll notice it has a very sleek and low profile in the water. The beam is only 21 feet, which is pretty unique for a super yacht of this size. It has a draft of 7 feet. And as we walk over here, I also was able to get a profile shot from a different yacht yesterday. Actually, I was for once thinking ahead. So I'm going to throw that up on the screen now so you can see the full profile. As mentioned, it's extremely sleek and low profile in the water, has great performance, and because of how it's designed on the inside, you definitely don't feel like you're limited by that smaller beam, but you'll see what I mean as we go through the super yacht tour. So we're going to slip our shoes off and make our way on board from the side. Inside you have 5 different staterooms. And this yacht also is turnkey ready with a successful charter program. So we're actually going to start inside. You can see we entered through this formal foyer. The owner's suite is on the main deck. We'll check that out in a moment. First, I think we're going to head back towards the main salon. We have a day head right here. And then continuing back, you'll find the formal dining area. And there aren't side decks in this area of the yacht. So although the beam is a little bit smaller than you'd expect, it still feels really wide in here. Here, of course, you can see the main salon seating area. And then let's quickly check out the aft deck on this main deck. And then I think we'll head back inside. So all the way back here, you can have your table and you have the bench seating to go along with it. There's also a well-stocked bar area. And then you can see there are boarding doors on each side. So depending on how you're tied up, you can get on board this yacht from a few different ways. And we'll check it out at the end, but there's also a huge garage back here for all types of water toys. But like I said, we'll get to that towards the end. These stairs, of course, lead up to the bridge deck aft. You do have a TV that pops up over here. And then the guest cabins are actually split into 2 different areas. So we have 2 down this staircase. And then 2 down this other staircase. So let's head forward on this main deck. There's a little office space for the owner. You can see the beautiful woodwork throughout this yacht. Large TV up on the wall. And I like these large windows as well. Of course, you have your closets right here. And then this is really cool. This is a wraparound ensuite. So you have the 2 different entrances. Look how massive this tub is. You could fit multiple people in here and it's jetted. You have the double vanity over here with the matching stone. Look how lovely that looks. There's a separate room for the toilet and bidet. And then, of course, you have your stand-up shower over here. So It's a really large ensuite. That's always nice to see. Then if we head back around, here's that other door to the ensuite. And then down these stairs is where you find 2 of the guest cabins. Officially, this yacht can sleep 11 in the 5 different staterooms. So you have a little landing area. We have a king bed in this room. You have that same woodwork throughout. And their ensuite on the far side of the room. And this has a shower tub combo. And your closets on this side. Let's open up one of these doors. You can see it's cedar lined, and it's a really good size because you have 2 of these behind each door. Then over here, one more cabin. And this one has the 2 single beds. It's a really large room. Closet over here. Then each room has its own tablet system, and this can control all the different systems in the different rooms. So you can control the climate control, the music, that type of stuff. That's something very common to see on these super yachts, especially on one that's used primarily for charter. Each guest can control the environment that they're in. And then we have the ensuite, of course. Now you may have noticed a third door. We're not going to go through it, but this actually connects the crew area to this area. So then the crew can service those 2 guest cabins without having to go up the stairs, around, and then back down. Look at this beautiful woodwork detail. Oh, let me get out of that reflection. You can see the design in the woodwork here. Then if we head down this staircase from the main salon, we'll find 2 more staterooms. These are very similar to the last one. Same style of ensuite. One thing I've noticed so far is the fit and finish feels really good on this yacht, and you'd normally expect that on a custom-built yacht like this, as opposed to a more production style of super yacht. And then this door leads to the engine rooms, so we'll be down here later. But last but not least, we'll see this one last cabin. And of course, their ensuite. So, those are all 5 of the guest cabins. It's kind of cool to see the different layout with the separated cabins. And I actually really like how the engine room is so easily accessed. So, I don't know, I just think it's pretty cool when you have the split configuration. You let me know what you'd prefer, if you'd rather have all your guest cabins together or separated, or if you don't have a huge preference either way. But back in the dining room, and then you have the door on the other side, and this allows the crew to easily take care of the dining room during meal times. If we come through here, there's a little stew pantry. So you have your refrigerator, coffee maker. You can see these huge fridge and freezers. And then let's step all the way into the galley. You have the double sink, your Wolf oven, you have the Wolf oven, and the Wolf induction cooktop. And then this door leads back to that foyer area where we began the tour. So, as you can see, it's very easy to maneuver around on this yacht. You have a bunch of different doors and connectivity. And up here we have the TV connected to the camera system. So, if the guests are dining back here, the crew and chef can be aware of where we're at in the meal, and they can send things out accordingly. So, that is the entirety of this main level. And now we're going to head back down this staircase. Let's see if we can take a quick peek at the crew mess. And the captain's cabin is actually located aft of the bridge, so we'll check out his cabin. Here you can see the L-shaped seating wrapped around this table. And then the laundry room is right here. And then all of the crew cabins flank along the walls on each side. Like I said, we're going to go into the captain's cabin. And it also looks like there is a side access door, so the crew can get out to one of the side decks without having to go through the guest areas. All right, so now we're going to head upstairs. Once again, look at all this beautiful woodwork on the walls. That goes all the way up. Then if we head aft in this area, you'll find the Sky Lounge. So you have the huge L-shaped sofa over here. That faces the TV that pops up from this direction. Then you have additional seating. And of course, you have to have the fully stocked bar on this level as well. All right, now all the way forward on this level. First, we'll take a quick pit stop in the dayhead, which is right here. And then all the way forward on this deck, you'll find the bridge. Let me pan down so there's not too much lighting interfering here, but you can see all of the controls for this super yacht. Then let me give you a view of outside. You have these vertical windows, so you have a really great view. And the visibility is also really good. I've seen, it's hit or miss, the visibility on these super yachts. This one seems to be pretty good due to those vertical windows. Of course, you have your compass in the middle. You can monitor all the different levels here. And then, of course, you have your radar, satellite, camera systems, all that type of equipment. And then you have two captain's chairs. And the little sofa curved right behind this area. Now, like I mentioned, the captain's cabin is located just aft of this area. So the captain has a double bed in here. And this is finished really nicely. You have that same high quality woodwork underneath the bed and on the cabinets over here. And then all the way forward, you'll find their ensuite. This is a really good size. And they have this separate shower stall. And of course, they have the TV on the wall. So, thank you to the captain for granting me access into his space. We're going to take a quick detour outside. As mentioned, you don't have side decks on most of this yacht, just in different areas. But stepping forward, we come around on this Portuguese bridge. And then in the middle, you have two different sun pads on each side. And then it's all business up here on the front end. They specifically designed this yacht to where you don't have to mount your tender on any of the aft decks or the swim platform. They specifically made it to where you have your tender and then your 2 jet skis all up in this area. And then you have the crane, of course, that will drop these toys into the water. And that gives you more space on those aft decks. And it also allows more space for storage for other types of toys like sea bobs. I think they're gonna set a couple out. Whether they're set out or not, we'll see them because they're gonna be in the little garage storage space right off the swim platform. So we'll see that later. So now we're gonna head out to the bridge deck aft. And you can probably already see it, but look at this huge teak dining table. Obviously, it's very popular to enjoy an alfresco meal out on one of these decks. So this is the place to do it on this one. There's another little, not a full bar, but you have the little catering space here with refrigeration and a sink. Then you can also see the seating area all the way aft. This would probably be my place for a morning cup of coffee, because you get this great view off the back of your super yacht. And then you do have the hardtop overhang for about half of this bridge deck. And then you have the awning or the shades that you can put up over this area too, or of course you can take those down if you want full sun exposure. So, of course, that can be customized to however you like it. And then, as mentioned in the intro, this is a trideck super yacht. So we have another deck to check out. And I'm sure you've noticed already, but the smaller beam, it doesn't seem to be constricting this yacht whatsoever. Inside, as you probably noticed, the yacht just feels massive. So they definitely did a great job with that design. This yacht actually started as, when the custom build was in the process, the original owner who ordered it, they got about 90% of the way done, and then they unfortunately had to abandon the project. Luckily, an experienced super yacht owner took over the project, and they enjoyed this yacht for many years. They're looking to downsize to a smaller yacht they can enjoy up in the Northeast, and they're also an avid airplane enthusiast and pilot, I believe, so they're open to a smaller yacht trade or airplane trade. At least that's what I read in the description. Here, we have the bar area with the TV, a large grill, and of course you're gonna have your ice maker, refrigerator, sink. You have the shades extending out from both sides of the hardtop. And then all the way forward on the sun deck, you have this beautiful hot tub with additional sun pads on each side. And this is kind of cool. The shades actually part right in the middle, so you can stand up right in front of the hot tub between the two shades. And I'll give you a quick shot at the antenna and radar, everything up top. If you're enjoying this super yacht tour, make sure to leave a like on the video and also subscribe if you're new to the channel. I post a brand new yacht tour every single Wednesday. So, we've seen everywhere on this bridge deck. We've seen the entirety of the lower decks and the main deck. Now, I think we're gonna head back. Let's check out that garage I mentioned earlier. So if we come down here, so you'll see that swim platform I mentioned with a couple of sea bobs out on display. But then you also have this huge door that flips up. And check out how much storage space you have down here. You have a commercial ice maker, all of the life jackets and extra equipment for charter guests. You can see the sea bob charging station right here, and there's a mount for one on the other side as well, right down here. Additional storage in here. and then one or two little bits of engineering spaces back here. All right, I'm gonna get out of the crew's way. They're still prepping for the show, so let me get out of their way. But I'm glad we were able to capture that, so thank you to them. Thank you. All right, now the last thing we're gonna check out is the engine room, which we mentioned you can find right past the store. Oh, restricted access, but not for us. If we step into here. So, stepping into here, you have full standing headroom. So it's really well lit as well. You can see these huge cat engines. This yacht comes with a pair of cat C32 engines, 1,652 horsepower each. Your top speed is around 18 knots. You can cruise comfortably at 12. And I don't have the full range estimate on me. I would guess personally around at least 2,000 miles, probably a little bit more depending on your displacement speeds. Either way, this is a very capable vessel, fairly efficient with that sleek profile and the hull design. And then of course you have your two generators right here and here. And then there's also a little engineering space right here for the chief engineer. Thank you. Oh, excuse me. All right, guys, we've seen every area of this super yacht. I don't know about you, but I'm very impressed with this custom build. Thank you to Roy C. at IYC for granting me access on board. I'm going to link the listing website in the description down below if you want to check it out in greater detail. Like I said, it has a turnkey charter-ready program, very successful history, but also, I mean, let's be real, this would be great for private use as well. So, a lot of different options that you could split the time 50-50. Let me know what you think in the comment section down below, and we will catch you next time.